This very short video, I'm going to explain why it is absolutely necessary, at least for me, to have the ability of Canvas to automatically upload the grades into Infinite Campus. So this is my Latin 2 class, which is 7th period, as you can see up here, and let's go to the grades that you see here. Now, what I have to do currently, and I will hopefully be able to use the camera that is looking at me, and I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. What I currently have to do is that I go through all of the grades that you see I'm scrolling across that are here, and I actually enter them in by hand. And so here you can see all the various different grades that I have entered into. I then must actually go into Infinite Campus, create the entry for the same activity or quiz into Infinite Campus, and then I have to then put it in by hand manually, and it is an incredibly tedious process. It is exacerbated by the following. When a student takes a quiz or any sort of other activity, and they are dissatisfied with the grade that they've gotten. So for example, this student right here might be dissatisfied, or this student had a problem by the fact that you can see it's a 0. They must have maybe had a timeout or some technological issue. Here's a 10. What I do, and very often, is that I will go in and re-edit the quiz such that, and here you can see as it is uploading, I allow multiple attempts. I want the student to be able to be satisfied with the grade that they have gotten. And so what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll give them a 5th attempt. Go in and I obviously save it. And so that means that the next time that I go in and record grades, again, manually by hand, I actually have to start at the very beginning. That is because, as you can see, there are some examples, and right here would be a good example of one, or even better, perhaps right here. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm going to try to make it. Do you see how it has a score and then another one in parentheses? That means that the student retook it with the extra attempt and had a new grade populate here, which means that when I go in and I record the grades again by hand, I can't just do the grades that are most recent. I have to go back to the very beginning. And so every single time, I have to go back to the very beginning with every single grade, record them by hand, and check to see if the grade has changed. If Canvas had the ability to go ahead and load up the grade that is here into Infinite Campus, it could also be made that when the student takes advantage of the multiple attempts that they can submit, then it would automatically upload it, and I wouldn't have to constantly be starting from the very beginning. Ideally, I would only have to start from the most recent, or if Canvas uploaded it by itself, I wouldn't actually have to manually put them in to Infinite Campus myself. So that is truly the issue. When students, and if the student requests, and they request all the time, can you add another attempt to, let's say, the case ID, I go in and I do it because I want the student to be able to have multiple attempts to make sure that they are, 1, satisfied with their grade, and that 2, they truly, it's another opportunity for them to study, for them to learn it, and for them to have the opportunity to have the greatest possible score and greatest understanding simultaneously. So hopefully that explains as to why I really, really, really would appreciate and need Canvas to upload automatically to Infinite Campus. I am currently spending hours, plural, per week going through all of my classes with all of these grades and assignments and uploading them by hand, and it is untenable in the long term. Thank you.